Hi, I'm Ankit from ValueNest and I specialize in research-led property investment strategies. I help property investors make confident, data-driven decisions by focusing on numbers and fundamentals and not just the headlines. In this video, we are going to talk specifically about Adelaide. Now, not as a cheap market, but as one of Australia's most consistent and fundamentally strong growth markets heading into 2026. Adelaide doesn't rely on hype cycles, it doesn't surge and crash like some other markets. Instead, it delivers steady price growth, very tight rental conditions, and strong demand year after year. Today, I'll walk you through why Adelaide continues to outperform, the data behind its momentum, and the top Adelaide hotspots we are closely watching right now. Let's get into it. So why Adelaide is a standout market? Okay, so before we talk hotspots, it is important to understand why Adelaide works as a market. Now, Adelaide benefits from relative affordability compared to the eastern capitals, higher owner-occupier demand, very low investor oversupply, and one of the tightest rental markets in the country. In the most recent data, residential sales were 24% higher year on year. Quarterly sale volume increased nearly 20%, median house prices rose around 9%, median unit prices rose around 10%. So this isn't a speculative growth, it's demand driven, supported by locals, families, and long-term residents. Now, this is the kind of foundation we want before zooming into hotspots. So what are the key signals that we look for in Adelaide? At ValueNest, when we identify the hotspots, we are not chasing last year's winners. We are looking for rising transaction volumes, tight and falling vacancy rates, consistent price growth across multiple suburbs, and strong employment or infrastructure drivers. What are these key factors that we are seeing in Adelaide? First one is vacancy rates, which is below 1% in many suburbs, days on market remaining short, and price growth spreading beyond inner city areas. This tells us that growth is broad-based, not isolated. Now let's deep dive into 5 hotspots in Adelaide that our research leads us to. Let's start with Tea Tree Gully, one of Adelaide's most compelling growth areas. Now, why Tea Tree Gully? First one is connectivity. It's very well linked to the CBD via Uban, making it attractive to commuters. Second one is employment and income stability. Unemployment here is extremely low, which is around 2.2%. Third is the population growth. This area is forecasted to add over 10,000 residents by 2046. Now, from a property perspective, let's look at the data. Many suburbs still sit very well below 800k mark. Almost all key suburbs recorded double-digit growth here in the past 12 months. Tea Tree Gully itself grew around 24%. Areas like Golden Grove grew by 23%, and St. Agnes showed a growth of 22%. Looking at the rental markets, they are also exceptionally tight here. Vacancy rates are as low as 0.4%. Some unit markets in Tea Tree Gully are experiencing nearly zero vacancies. Now, this is a classic owner-occupier led hotspot, and this is exactly what we like and we look for when we talk about the hotspots. Moving on to the next hotspot, that's Port Adelaide Infield, and it is a market which is being reshaped by infrastructure and employment. This area sits at the center of the AUKUS submarine program, a $535 million naval shipyard upgrade, and thousands of defense-related jobs over the coming decade. Population here is forecast to grow by over 22% by 2046. Property data confirms this impact as well. Over 99% of sellers made a profit in the last quarter. Strong price growth across multiple suburbs. Suburbs like Semaphore surged around 40%, North Haven showed a growth of 23%, and Clearview grew by 22%. Vacancy rates in many suburbs are below 1%, with some units market are fully occupied, zero vacancies. Now, this is not a short-term momentum. This is a structural growth which is driven by jobs. Let's move on to the next suburb in our list, which is Charles Sturt. Now, Charles Sturt is one of Adelaide's most strategically positioned areas. Why? Because it offers proximity to the CBD. It also offers a coastal lifestyle, which Aussies like a lot, access to Adelaide Airport, and a diverse employment base. The local economy here generates more than $7.4 billion annually. The major projects here are a $238 million transport upgrade and a $600 million airport expansion. Multiple urban renewal precincts as well. Property prices here have already lifted significantly, with many suburbs recording double-digit growth, several now exceeding $1 million mark. Charles Sturt shows what happens when a hotspot graduates into a premium market. Let's move on to the next one now, towards the south of Adelaide. Onkaparinga is one of Adelaide's most important long-term growth corridors. Now, what are the key drivers here? The $15.4 billion Torrens to Darlington project, a major Norlunga redevelopment, and a strong population inflows. Vacancy rates here are extremely low and rental demand remains strong. Now, this is a hotspot which is driven by infrastructure plus affordability, which often creates durable growth over time. The last suburb in our list is Mount Barker. This is one of South Australia's fastest growing population centres. In just 15 years, the population grew from 28,000 to over 41,000, with another 14,000 residents expected by 2036. Key drivers here include a $320 million hospital redevelopment, lifestyle appeal, and relative affordability, with median house prices around $700K. Mount Barker represents future-focused growth rather than inner-city momentum. So after analyzing the 5 key hotspots in Adelaide, what are the key takeaways? Adelaide hotspots are not about chasing the next boom. They are about consistency, demand stability, and long-term livability. Markets like these tend to reward patient investors. Quality asset selection is required here, and a data-driven approach is a must. This is why Adelaide continues to feature so strongly in our research time and again. One thing I would like to say about Adelaide is it does not shout, it just performs. And when you look at the data, sales volumes, vacancy rates, population growth, and infrastructure, it is clear why that happens. So if you would like to understand which of these hotspots align best with your strategy and want access to our suburb level shortlists, feel free to reach out to us at ValueNest. Thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next video.